We will be going back live, and it looks like we certainly are. So great work to production, getting us back live and back going. We should be able to jump into this game very shortly. I understand that it is going again, and there you go, and that is interesting. O'Rain gets the first goal of game 2. Solo not backing down, and they want to take this to game 3.
Able to match the offense from game number 1. However, keeping Team NM scoreless, at least for the moment. If William has anything to do with it, I doubt that's going to be the case. But again, we talked about another team who needed a micro victory. And hey, you start out there able to get on the board. You're able to begin the kindling burning, now trying to see if the fire can roar off of that one. So not Justin, not going to be able to carry either. Instead, coming across mid now, opportunity to sneak that one by. Going to be denied, and nobody able to take the shot up there at center. Challenge on low there, as now not going to be able to get the handle there either. And Solo, I will say, able to get on the board. And in this moment, we talk about how big mental is, right? Not just for William, but on the opposite end of the pitch for Solo. Not only able to hold things down, but able to grab that lead as well. And you gotta get something like that after being on the bad end of some of these scores that we've seen. Absolutely huge. And now you can find a way, you can find confidence, you can find positive momentum. And Solo has done that for the time being. However, William, we knew it was only a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about a tie, and William handling business in style.
Broski is clip farming right now. He scored that first goal in the first game, which was a beautiful double tap from the heavens. Just gets himself a second one as well. The equalizer for Team NM, maybe looking to go one better. Clearance is in though, and now they try and turn this one around. We've got Salfa trying to come through from what we can tell from his name, from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is a complete global event, folks, here. The Ability 360 Independence Cup, and that will be O'Rain once again finding the bottom left corner. Solo take a 2-1 lead. Team NM struggling to keep up in this game.
Never tell me the odds. Solo able to get on top by 1 yet again. So that game number 1 to game number 2, I'm always curious to see how the mental of the team that takes that loss, how they're able to bounce back. And right now, all the credit in the world to Solo. They have been able to do that and then some. And you can certainly slump your shoulders. Might that one head in? No. Opportunity denied. But you can certainly slump your shoulders after William yet again hits another clip, but they clearly have not. They say, hey, at the end of the day, I don't care how pretty it looks. It's only 1 goal, and we will be happy to pile another one on, and that shot opportunity for Team NM goes awry as well.
Starting to get a little bit excited, Monkey Shines. I know we've already said the Caster Curse is alive and well, but I am starting to get the feeling that maybe this one will go the distance for the first time on stream. William, well, he's got other ideas. He finds yet another double tap, this time into the top right corner.
Very appropriate enough. Will I can, will I am. Tied up at 2, just north of halftime here in our game number 2. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this a best of 3, all best of 3s today. So if Solo wants to be able to take this game in the pool grouping, they have got to find a way to get another on top. However, they have done that twice. They have been able to get that 1-goal lead. Demolition up there, and William indeed. Tip him if you got him off the demo. And my goodness, William right now doing it all for Team NM.
Yeah, Flopper getting a double kill, and the finish made by who else? William comes through and lays waste to, well, potentially lays waste to game number 3. Solo, they've got a long way back now. They try and get this clearance away. Alex just pops it forward. William once again off the left-hand side. He's trying to do everything for his team. The pass middle will come through from Solo, trying to get beyond. Flopper off the right. We'll try and bring it through, but clearance is in. All the way, though. Team NM still with the aggression. It finally will be Solo to cross that halfway line, you would think. There it goes.
And as much as I appreciate a good single effort, ultimately in a 3v3 situation, you want to have a full team that can step up, because you're eventually going to a situation to be able to press, and ultimately you cannot just be able to rely on one person. I mean, again, all the props in the world for William, looking amazing in this series, looking amazing in this game, as well as Solo. They have not been able to deny him. We talked about how easy it is to say, yeah, do the thing, just stop the guy. But again, we're seeing right here how difficult that actually is. William may be looking for one more. Gets the setup, looking to follow now is Team NM. Not going to be able to put that one on the board. Maybe another rush by Solo. Loses possession on that one. Flick away. That's going to be bounced off the backboard. And that opportunity, it will not come to fruition as Team NM rushing up the opposite side of the pitch.
Here they come out of the right-hand corner. Bump away. Team bump actually from Justin. Trying to get the better of his teammate maybe there. You're only one goal up. You can't be doing stuff like that. William will try and come across, cut off this attack at source. Get all of it, and the clearance away down the right wing will come through for Solo. Goes over the top. Alex now trying to collect off that left-hand side, but clearance once again is going to be in. William makes one miss. Now looking for the ankle. And is that the dagger in this series? I think it might be Monkey Shine.
The man refuses to be stopped. The man refuses for the very idea that he can be contained to even stay in our heads for a hot second, as we are now south of 30 seconds. And Solo, they had their momentarily ahead by one single solitary goal a couple of times. Thought they might be able to hold on, but just really speaks to how dialed in William is today. My question is, how long can he keep it up?
Well, that is a big question, isn't it? And we will see how long he can keep it up. Right here as 10 seconds remain. There is one back, and as long as there's time on the clock, there is a chance. Alex finds a finish, and 9 seconds. It would be relatively miraculous, but you've seen it happen, Monkey Shines. I know you more than anyone.
Kickoff goal is very much a thing. Let's see what happens here in our final 9 seconds of this one. Again, if Team NM can hold on, they will win this series. However, if Solo, if they are able to handle business, we'll be talking about a game number 3. We haven't seen one yet. William almost grabbing another one, popped off the nose. It will touch terra firma, and Team NM able to get that win. But again, Rhino, far more spirited effort than we had seen previously.
Yeah, very impressive from everyone considered, and I think that is probably the closest game we've had so far on stream today. So we're slowly getting better. We're slowly finding people and things that are getting to that level. Congratulations to Team NM for taking that one 2-0. They maintain their perfect record. They are one of 2 teams in Pool 1 to have a perfect record so far. That is themselves and Todd Fan Club. So that game is coming up, not the next game, but the game afterwards. So if we are able to get that one on stream, we will bring that one to you, provided their records are still intact. But for now, we are going to take another break, go and find another pool game to watch. We'll see you on the other side of this quick break. See you in a moment.
The 3rd annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Rhine Companies. Founded in 1938, Rhine Companies builds spaces where people thrive. Their support for Ability 360 reflects their commitment to inclusive communities, empowering individuals of all abilities to live independently and engage in life fully, building a future that's more accessible, equitable, and welcoming for everyone. Thank you to Rhine Companies for helping fuel the 2025 Independence Cup. For over 40 years, Ability 360 has provided a vast array of programs and services to support the independence of people with disabilities under our 3 key pillars: advocacy, independence, and equality. As a nonprofit organization and the state's largest center for independent living, we offer group and one-on-one services that focus on ability versus disability. Ability 360 aims to provide opportunities for people of all ages with all types of disabilities. Some of our programs include information referral, peer support, non-medical based home care services, sports and fitness programs, home modifications, and employment services. To learn more about our services and how you can support our mission, please visit our website at ability360.org. The 3rd annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Guild Mortgage. Guild Mortgage is dedicated to making homeownership a reality through personalized service and fostering strong, inclusive communities where everyone can thrive and achieve their dreams. Their commitment to community impact ensures that every individual has the opportunity to build a secure and fulfilling future. Ability 360 would like to thank Guild Mortgage for help. The third annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Bank of America. Bank of America's investment in communities extends further than their financial support locations. Whether it's supporting local nonprofits like Ability 360 or lending to small businesses that keep our economy running, Bank of America is committed to keeping our community healthy, stronger, and connected. What would you like the power to do? Ability 360 would like to thank Bank of America for helping fuel our 2025 Independence Cup.
My name is Diego Suazo. I play offensive tackle for the Ability 360 Cardinals wheelchair football team. When I first got injured, sports was the first thing that I got into. It's always an escape. That's why I love sports. It's always just an escape from your everyday trials and tribulations that you always have. Being in a wheelchair, having a disability, being a paraplegic, you have a lot more things that are going on beneath the surface that you don't see. I served during the first Gulf War in the United States Navy. I was a firefighter, damage controlman, so shipboard firefighting. 24 years old, I was at a New Year's Eve party, and we were there for not more than 5-10 minutes. Fight broke out. I went to go break it up, and the guy took a swing at me. Me and him got into an altercation, and his buddy came and shot me in the back. I knew right away. I remember looking to my right, to my left, and started losing my balance, and I went to take a step back, and my foot didn't move, and I knew right away. Just having to relearn everything, and this is one thing I like about sports, is I get to talk to some of these newer guys and these guys that are newer injuries, and you see that they're having issues with stuff, and you're able to kind of pass on, let them know that there is a light at the end of that tunnel. It's because it can be dark there for a while. The misconception, I think, with most people is they don't think that the guys that are out there playing are actual athletes. They think they're just guys in wheelchairs. Poor guy on the side in the wheelchair, but when you actually come and watch and see see what these guys can do, yeah, they're athletes. With football, you get to take it out a little bit more because you get to actually go hit somebody. Next weekend, we fly out to Kansas City and going to play at Arrowhead Stadium. I think we're going to do well. I think we learned a lot. We fly out to Kansas City and going to play at Arrowhead Stadium. I think we're going to do well. I think we learned a lot from efficiently, and yeah, I think we're going to do a lot better.
Cards fly on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cards fly!
And they're scared, bro, I'm telling you. They ain't ready for what's about to happen. Cards fly loud as hell. 1, 2, 3, cards fly! Let's go!
The reason it's so important is because of this right here. Listen to it. Listen to people talking. They're excited. They're happy. I mean, this is camaraderie at its finest. It's good stuff. People love it. I mean, being in a chair can be a hard thing, but when you get around some people that are positive and motivated and just want to get after it, man, it brings out the life in you.
You can see these athletes are not messing around. The Ability 360 wheelchair football team is just one of the many programs and teams your donation today will directly support. Being the only wheelchair football team in Arizona means the travel, while expensive, is essential. With your donation, you can help ensure our players can keep competing, keep traveling, and attending tournaments. Visit ability360.org/donate today. I'll repeat that again. Visit ability360.org/donate today to keep teams like our wheelchair football team running. And we are back with Monkey Shines, and we can all breathe a little bit. We're not rushing into a game. We're not having a moment. We get to talk about what's happened in the event so far. We're just about getting into round 4 or 5 for some of these pools, and the way that they're shaping up is starting to come to fruition, Monkey Shines.
It is, and like you said, we got a minute. Be sure, get your snack, get your drinks, get your fuzzy slippers. Opportunity for you, yes, to visit the website, be able to give what you can to this fantastic group. But yeah, one thing that I've noticed is as time has gone along, kind of mentioned it before we went to the break. Thing that I've noticed, as time has gone along, we've seen in this pool stage. But we talked about chaos. We talked about just all of this amazing gameplay that we've seen despite it all. So I'm genuinely curious to see, what Cream does in fact rise to the top. But I think there's a number of teams as well making their case, making a statement here, and what we're going to see on Championship Sunday. So many of them look fantastic, and I cannot wait to see who ends up clashing tomorrow.
Yeah, and we will see. I'm just going to run you down the pools, and we can take a little snapshot of what the current games look like. So Todd Fan Club and Team NM in Pool 1, they are leading the way 3-0 for both of them. Valkyrie Esports V1, very, very close behind, 2-1 for them. The Forfeit Brotherhood, 2-2 on the day, looking good, but unfortunately those 2 wins did come from disqualifications. Solo, currently 1-3 on the day, along with Team Rakers. Neither team have played a single game today, fun fact. And Peze de Greco currently without a win down there, 0-3. We are going to switch our attention to Pool 2 in just a moment with currently Team RGM doing fantastic work. I'm not normally a team of the acronym team names, Monkey Shines, but they are currently leading way 4-0 on the days. Sisti Sassy and OSMLK. Welcome back. Apologies for that, folks. We are having a little bit of trouble with the internet on the Ability 360 site, but that is not going to stop this Rocket League train from rolling on. It's myself and Monkey Shines back on the desk with you. And we are paying attention back to Potato Auto Club, the Ability 360 home team, if you like. And Monkey Shines, they've not been having the best day, but they will now play against a team that also isn't having the best day. Two winless teams, someone's O has got to go.
Indeed. I mean, at the end of the day, somebody's gonna dub. I feel we have to silver lining this thing, and that's what you have. And again, coming into this day, that was the first shellacking that we did see. It was an absolute beatdown that was being put on this crew. But again, it's your, I guess it's a get right game. That's what we call it. If one of you has to win. But yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of potential. They're in the early going, even though you're coming up upon a team that was absolutely popping off. So excited to see if something can be built upon here. I'm excited to see hey, they've been playing for a bit too, right? So you get some notes there in the early going, say, okay, this is working, this is not, and now you can implement the positive stuff that's come along as a result of this, right? You're able to have the opportunity to adjust, and that is so difficult. It's so challenging in these best of threes. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You only have so much time to adjust before that's it. You're done. You don't have even another game in a traditional best of 5. You have to figure it out on the spot. So I'm just genuinely curious to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, and we will find out very, very shortly. Last we heard, the players were just about joining the lobby, so it shouldn't be long before we kick things off right here and now for Potato Auto Club versus Gassed Up. Should be brilliant. And a reminder as well, since I didn't remind you as we came back from a slight break, make sure you head over to ability360.org/donate to make sure that you can support everything going on at Ability 360. Our disability teams, they need your help. Only with your help can they get the transport that they need to go and play in their respective leagues and tournaments. So please make sure you head over there, give what you can. That's why we are all here. But as we mentioned, we'll be getting into a game very, very shortly. We've got a fascinating history here at Ability 360 Independence Cup. As we mentioned last year, we had TSM coming through with Wavy and his boys getting the dub. Who will take home the win this year? I mean, it's not even guaranteed that it's going to be an American team winning this thing, Monkey Shines. We got teams from Brazil, Colombia, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Canada, the UK, the US, and more as well. It truly is a global tournament raising money for a good cause.
And, it kind of speaks to what we saw, for example, in Raleigh, where we had Team Falcons, a MENA organization able to step up and get that dub, truly showing that Rocket League is a worldwide esport. And I think it's great that, again, these fine folks that we are raising money for have the opportunity to play a tremendous game, servers aside, a tremendous game in general, that regardless of the situation, you get into the private servers. And it is absolutely amazing, as we are finding out today with this tremendous event, this tremendous, just a tremendous group that we have been able to put this together for. So yeah, it's been great to be able to go out there and see folks again excel despite those high pings. I mean, we've seen teams that again, you look at the scoreboard at the end there, and we just see big bright red flashing. This is not good, but ultimately still able to go out there and play exceptionally well. So testament to their ability to adapt to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will see if they are able to adapt to that. We just have to also, while we got some time, make a couple of thank yous. A big thank you to Q90 for being the presenting sponsor of the 3rd annual Independence Cup. Thank you. Without your help, we would not be here. And of course, our booster sponsor list as well: Bank of America, Guild Mortgage, Gust Rosenfeld, and Ryan Companies as well. So just a quick shout out to all of those. Thank you so much for your support with the Independence Cup. Again, without everybody kind of coming together and supporting this wonderful event, we simply wouldn't be able to put it on. So we appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, Ability 360 is a non-profit organization. All donations from the tournament benefit 3 of our adaptive sports programs. Please consider donating today at our link, which of course is ability360.org/donate. As I mentioned earlier, we have got 4 pools going through today. The top 2 from each pool will be going through to Championship Sunday. And the pool that we're looking at right now is Pool 3. And there are 2 front runners. I apologize, just had a moment. Overlooked and Team Squid both 3-0, looking to go perfect on the day. And if you do go perfect on the day, Monkey Shines, that sets you up so wonderfully for Championship Sunday.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of we talked about it a little bit earlier. A lot of swagger, a lot of belief, a lot of confidence going into day number 2. You say, hey, we went out there. We've already made a statement. We've already put other teams on notice. You cannot take us lightly. And I think that puts pressure, on other people as well, saying, oh my goodness, coming into this one, these folks, they have not been bested. But to other teams' credit, right? When they're provided that level of a challenge, so many people are able to step up, and it gives them some incentive. And of course, flip to the opposite side of the coin. Just because you're able to get through this area, through this grouping, this pool stage undefeated, you don't want to let that get that into that hubris. We talked about a little bit earlier, right? Confidence and then just overconfidence, because then what happens? You get punched in the nose, and then you find yourself backed up against the wall. You're trying to guess what in the world just happened. We were doing so well. It was so easy previously, and that's one thing you got to keep your head on your shoulders about it, taking things bit by bit, game by game, respecting the opposition. I know you go out there, you're up, 7-1 or anything like that. That can be a challenge, but you take those opportunities to, even if it's reps, even if you treat it like free play, you can get something positive out of it. And that goes both ways, especially in a pool stage, because just because you're struggling in one best of 3 does not mean you're going to struggle in all of them. So if nothing else, hey, you might be going up against individuals that are absolutely peaking in this particular series, or maybe they're just peaking on the day. That's okay. You can still move on, do exceptionally well, but you just kind of have to, I call it silver lining it, as best as you can. You can take something positive even out of the stops.
And here we go then. Gassed Up Esports versus Potato Auto Club. To, as we mentioned earlier, winless teams on the day. That will change after this series. Gassed Up Esports represented by Eclipse, Fire, and LeBroom. And of course, we've already seen Potato Auto Club today. Skolderdash, Lock and Cole, and Romir. And they do go 1-0 down early. This is going to be a goal for Gassed Up Esports from Eclipse.
Right now, Potato Auto Club, we came into today and they were having some struggles, but still, not even 30 seconds into this one, and oh so critical will it be to be able to get that first one on the board. Maybe that opportunity for him now popped up against the wall. Rotation back now on defense for Potato Auto Club. Heading up now, looking to set up off the back wall. That one gets a soft touch, looking to follow. We've seen the double before today. That one nudge over out of the corner, trying to rush up. That one sent high. And right now, again, if you are Potato Auto Club, I don't think there's any reason to panic. I don't think there's any reason to worry. You're only down 1. You just take your time. You just take your time. Do not panic. Kind of put yourself in almost an overtime mindset. You're not stressed about the clock. Just settle in. Bring up plays you feel confident about, and eventually, I got to think, once to go to bust 3.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what you got to be thinking, right? Is the team we're playing against, yeah, okay, they got a goal on us, but that's part of the course in Rocket League. Most times, both teams do end up scoring at some point, so they've just been able to score early. Potato Auto Club trying to get this ball away, and they can't. LeBroom will finish, bottom left corner. Gassed Up Esports, they take a 2-goal lead, and, well, unfortunately, it's all Potato Auto Club's doing, really, off the back of their own backboard.
That's very, very unfortunate, of course. LeBroom
doing really off the back.
Very, very unfortunate, of course. LeBroom James looking to get out. LeBroom in this series, but far, far too much time to be able to make that statement. Potato Auto Club not able to get on the board here, but again, so critical for them here in the early going. My goodness, all over the place. That one does go as Gassed Up Esports. That team hat trick, it indeed is on the board. So Gassed Up Esports out ahead by 3:30 left to go here.
Yeah, it's a nice play coming through from Gassed Up Esports, and as you say, that's Fry coming through and getting a goal with 1.5 minutes played. Potato Auto Club, they are currently playing just the next door over from our producer, and oh dear. That, I mean, if their internet is performing about as well as our producer is, then maybe that has something to do with it, as that's going to be an own goal going the way of Gassed Up Esports. Potato Auto Club, they're in a hole right now, and by the way, we are just getting a little bit of a raid. Thank you so much, Redirect Esports. We hope your monthly went well, and we are raising some money for Ability 360. Go to ability360.org/donate if you want to support the wonderful work that Ability 360 is doing. Gassed Up Esports, well, they're doing some fantastic work of their own.
Indeed, and LeBroom, tip him if you got him. It is the hat trick. So 3:11 left to go, and this one, Amber, is the color of your energy. However, right now it is all orange for Gassed Up Esports, and my goodness, we saw something similar. But you make a great point. I mean, if the internet is the issue, I mean, if you can't even line something up to get a shot, you're not necessarily going to get much in the way of scores, meaning you're not going to get much in the way of wins, and that has really seemed to be the case today for Potato Auto Club. But I don't feel these situations have done them justice at all. So still, I have seen 5-0 deficits go up in smoke, but they just got to find a way to get something going, whatever that might be. Aerial demo, and nothing there, so got to be able to respond off of those demos. As now, Broom heading over towards the wall. Maybe he has something for us out there at mid. Has the touch, looking for the air dribble carry, looking for the reset, keeps it going. There is one. They're going just a touch awry. And again, if Gassed Up Esports is able to play keep away, we've seen it a few times before today. Got to think they may very well get a dub here in our game number one.
Yeah, for sure. As this one comes off the backboard, there's going to be an opportunity for Gassed Up Esports again, and to apologize, just a little bit more on our side. That's quite going right. This ball over the top will get blocked away by Potato Auto Club, and now this one comes off the backboard. It's awkward for Gassed Up Esports. They do get the clearance away just about, but Potato Auto Club trying to flex their muscles, trying to get into a more aggressive, more offensive position. That is exactly what they're doing here. Romir tries to get through, just can't do so right now. 1 minute 50 remain.
Lulling them into a false sense of security, no doubt. It's a bold strategy. But if you can pull it off, it's one of the best strategies you can pull off in any sport, in any esports. But Potato Auto Club, maybe with another opportunity here, but going to be able to corral, has possession, looking to rush up that side of the pitch. Maybe some flickering. No, good challenge. That one nudge over away, pop back, Gassed Up Esports. Looking for one more. The setup is there. And indeed, Eclipse making it 6-0. So just unfortunately, things unraveling here for Potato Auto Club. And Gassed Up, I mean, they are looking absolutely phenomenal here in the early going.
Yeah, looking very good, 6-0, and I can feel my hands start to move towards my sunglasses as maybe there's a little bit on the cards of another journey down to South America.
There it is.
Gassed Up Esports, they don't even care. The Potato Auto Club haven't got one, mate. We are not going to Brazil just yet. We need PAC to come through with a goal in the next minute and 15 seconds. Gassed Up Esports, they've done their job. They've, stood up to their side of the coin. They are 7-0 to the good in game one. Might be 8, will be 8 from LeBroom.
Yeah, this has to be so challenging in these moments, asking what must you do? What can you take away from it? But then, I will go back to just anything to feel confident about. And we did see Potato Auto Club, a little bit earlier on in our broadcast. They were able to get something. And again, that was a crew that kind of backed off a little bit. They have struggled to get much of anything going here. Meanwhile, opposite side of the pitch, Gassed Up, absolutely popping off here. We talked about both these teams coming into this one winless. Somebody has to walk away with the dub. Hard to argue that Gassed Up looks like the more probable team as of right now. And Eclipse going to get another one. Has the playmaker, has the hat trick as well. Looking for the 10-piece now is Gassed Up.
Yeah, they're looking for double digits monkey shines, which I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying in one single game we've not actually seen so far over the course of this stream. So that is one that maybe we're looking to, and it's going to be Gassed Up to try and find it. And it's surprising that we might get it from a currently winless team, and well, that might be something to do with why they're winless. An open goal off that left-hand side. They do not find the finish. Do not find number 10 just yet, but Cole trying to get back as an opportunity, flying through. A fake comes through for one. Now the over the top, and there it is. Eclipse puts it down for the 10th for Gassed Up Esports. Potato Auto Club, where they've been played off the field.
Go ahead and get your mashed potatoes, get your biscuits, whatever you must, because we're going to go visit Colonel Sanders, Popeyes, whatever your preference is. It is the 10-piece, 33 ticks left to go on this one. Again, Potato Auto Club just looking to find something to cause the corners of the mouth to perk upwards in some manner of a smirk, a grin, a suggestion of happiness. That one, Eclipse, sends this one away, looking for the fourth, but no, will be denied. Looking to follow up on a shot there, not going to be able to. Instead, rush away, send away. Can it? It will not. And my goodness, the Rocket League gods just absolutely frowning down upon Potato Auto Club right now. But, you know, I'm here for the tension, the content that may very well be the same thing going the opposite way. However, Gassed Up looks to have this one locked down.
Yeah, game number 1, there will be no questions raised, and 10-0 is the finish as we get to 0 seconds and the ball touches terra firma, as my co-caster likes to say. But a 10-0 there. Potato Auto Club, we know it's not been going their way. We know it's been very difficult for them today. But we really kind of thought that there was going to be an opportunity in this game, at least, with going up against Gassed Up, who we mentioned earlier have not won a single game so far today. Well, that's now changed in game number 1. Can it change for Potato Auto Club in game 2?
I mean, it has to, right? That's just how it goes. You know, one team gets a dominating win, one team gets a dominating win, and we go to game number 3, maybe go to overtime. I am personally here for that level of content. But the good news here for Potato Auto Club, hey, things reset, the scoreboard resets, you get another 5. But I'm curious, what can be done here? Because again, if it's a situation where the internet's struggling, I mean, you can only do so much in those moments. However, again, we did see them play against an absolutely tremendous team, a team that absolutely was not winless, to look every bit of the part of the tremendous teams that we have seen here today, and they were able to score there. So ultimately, again, we talked about a little bit earlier on compartmentalizing, focusing on minute by minute, play by play, goal by goal. I think they can do that here. I think right now it is all about grabbing that first one, being able to build upon that. But the first one would be the next one would be the first one too for PAC.
Yeah, for sure. As now it's going to be starting off with game number 2, and the nice thing about starting a fresh game is you've got fresh scoreboard 0-0 on the docket. Well, that changed rather quickly. 19 seconds, and Fry, well, he certainly is cooking something as he moves this one to a 1-0 scoreline.
Talk about fry. Suddenly I smell French fries for some odd reason. Potato Auto Club. That one, 11-0 scoring run going back into our game number 1. So struggles, they continue on. Not able to win the kickoff there either, but opting to head up with a pre-jump, soft touch, looking to maybe get possession. But it almost seems like, it seems like almost zero gravity in some cases out here for Potato Auto Club. And that one, just the small dip shark grabbing the chop, and my goodness, that one just meeting off the low, and that being enough. Just right now, physics being Gassed Up's best friend.
Yeah, listen, I totally feel the goalkeeper in that one, right? That is one of those that's coming over. You look up and you go, please hit the bar. You know, just just hit the backboard, hit the bar, do something. This one didn't hit the bar. This one is just LeBroom dropping dimes into the middle of an empty net. Potato Auto Club, they are at sea, and it's only 40 seconds into game 2.
Well, I'll say as well, I mean, those slow floaters, very, very difficult. And I don't care what level you are, what rank you are, what skill you have in this game, those slow floaters, a huge pain, because so many times you're expecting the bangers, you're expecting the speed. Then not only do you have to adjust to a slower speed, the arc, the angle, much more difficult than I think a lot of what we see in the game of Rocket League. Oftentimes they're straight on, but Fry Guy making it the hat trick, 100% shooting percentage. And again, unfortunately, Potato Auto Club yet to get on the board in this series. However, the exact and total opposite for Gassed Up.
Yeah, for sure. And not even a minute played yet. Monkey shines. This one, yeah, this one might take a little minute, as this one should be another one. That's 5 to the good in a minute 5 seconds. I mean, how high does the scoreboard go? We may be making that test for Rocket League here today. It's 5 now, but by the end of this game, I mean, yeah, we could be looking at a cricket score.
We very well may. And gassed up though, you know, to be fair for them, I mean, would you not be taking out your frustrations at this point? You haven't been able to get a dub. It looks like you may very well here. By all means, we talked about mental, right? Might as well find some positive momentum going into your very next game. And right now, it has been all gassed up, all gas, no breaks, as they continue on one score after another. Maybe an opportunity for PAC to be able to get a shot on. No, carry across mid by Eclipse. That one sent back down, popped up. Can Eclipse follow up on it? That one off the dome. Maybe we're going to pass two members of PAC. Maybe a dime opportunity. There it is, and the follow-up Fry Guy making it 4.
There you go. It's gassed up. Just continuing to gas themselves up here. They continue to get more and more goals as the timer ticks down. And I get the feeling that Potato Auto Club may be looking at the top of the screen thinking, there's still 3 minutes 20 left in this game. They're going to be a little bit concerned about seeing that current state of affairs. You just kind of need to try and play some defense, shore up that back line. It's not going to happen with this double touch off the backboard, but no ball crosses the threshold, and with 3 minutes left to go, Potato Auto Club, they continue to stand tall, even after conceding 6.
Well, the other thing to keep in mind as well is the first opponents that we saw here for Potato Auto Club. They opted to back off a little bit. They opted to hang all the way back. You know, again, kill the clock a little bit. Does not look to be the MO of gassed up. They are more than happy to build everything, every single brick that they can possibly put on the mortar. As now Fry Guy looking for a 5th, bumped out of the way. They're still seeing some feistiness out there from Potato Auto Club. Exactly what they are going to need to quite possibly get on the board a couple times. Just look for some kind of victory. That one sneaks past. Not going to be able to follow, at least for the moment. Gassed up. May have another opportunity indeed. And LeBroom. We have seen one hat trick, and we see another one. So gassed up, eyeballing double digits here yet again, I do believe.
Yeah, they certainly are, and it seems almost fitting, doesn't it, for LeBroom to go up and get a dunk. It feels a little bit like that, right? That just feels right, although not for Potato Auto Club, facing a 7-0 deficit. But this is going to be LeBroom once again. No such signs of shooting from deep this time, just finding the bottom right corner beautifully. That is going to be 8-0. I've got someone in chat, by the way, saying, is this a charity tournament? It certainly is. Ability 360, raising money for their disabled teams to go out and play in the leagues that they want to. And they're raising money for a fantastic cause. Transport and travel is very expensive, especially when you're taking the equipment that they are for their team. So make sure you head over to ability360.org/donate if you want to help support this wonderful charity and all the great work that they are doing. Potato Auto Club playing from Ability 360 right now, playing next door to our producer. They unfortunately are not having the best of luck in our tournament, but you'd imagine they are having at least a little bit of fun. And, well, Fry Guy makes Potato Auto Club cry as it's 9-0.
Very unfortunate right now. You say Potato Auto Club. I think we may be getting closer to Onion Auto Club, considering just going a fair bit awry on this one. $1.40 left to go in this one. We already saw gassed up get that double-digit, not only score but also margin. May very well be able to do this one again, and as if on cue, it is the 10th piece. And Eclipse, my goodness, it is the demo straight away, but ultimately it does not matter. The straight spike down the middle, and we are $1.35. And right now, I mean, for gassed up, it's name your score.
Yeah, for sure. And 1 minute 35, as you rightly say. Gassed up. Well, they might be looking for a few more yet. They got 10 in game 1. Looking for, well, they could really get up to 12 or 13, and that's being conservative. This ball comes across into the middle. It's Romir trying to send it away. It will be his teammate instead who takes it through. That's Cole. Get some space. There's a bit of team bumping going on, but gassed up are able to keep this play. So just over 60 seconds remaining. It would be nice to see a Potato Auto Club goal. We are going to see a gassed up esports goal first, though.
I think that's, let me have a look at this. So off the nose of LeBroom, and A beautiful follow, to be fair. And looking at the double A as Fry Guy, I want to get some love real quick to my mighty mats out there. Yushak and Rise, great to see you guys coming on through. Fantastic event. So, my goodness, for Potato Wild Club, you really got to feel for these folks right now. Again, want to come out here, want to have a good time, and that's such a struggle when in this series you have not even scored it. Your opposition's obviously having a good time. Both of these teams winless. But my goodness, it's a struggle for me to see teams go out there. You want them to have a good time, and just the struggles that they may be having with their internet and everything like that. But you know what? The fact that they're going out there, and competing, I think we need to take our caps off and doff them, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Potato Water Club still fighting, still staying in the lobby as well, which is impressive as 20 seconds remain. They will fight to the end. That's on target, will be saved away by Eclipse down the left-hand side. 50 seconds left on the clock as this one's a reset. Looking for one more, and that's a big save coming through from Romir. Still 11-0, saving it from getting to 12, and that's another save on the goal line. If they showed looks like this on defense for the whole game, maybe we wouldn't be looking like this one, but zeros on the clock. 11-0 to Gas Up Esports. They take their first series win of the day. They're going to be feeling pretty good about that one.
Well, the statement that we saw out there, ladies and gentlemen, is, hey, you may get 11, but you are not getting 12, and that's the whole point. You can go out there and you can try to name the score, but the fact of the matter, you couldn't say 12-0, absolutely not. And at the end of the day, yeah, some fantastic saves there on the goal line. If they are struggling with ping, if they're struggling for whatever, find defensive work there at the end. And again, you got to find something to take with you into the next game. That was some solid defense there. Build upon that.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't see a Potato Auto Club goal, but that just is the way it goes sometimes. We have got one more game in the pool stage for you. We got just a little bit of extra time. So we are going to take our final break of the day. When we come back, it's one last game in the pool stage, and we will determine who goes through to tomorrow's Championship Sunday. We'll see you there.
The third annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Rhine Companies. Founded in 1938, Rhine Companies build spaces where people thrive. Their support for Ability 360 reflects their commitment to inclusive communities, empowering individuals of all abilities to live independently and engage in life fully, building a future that's more accessible, equitable, and welcoming for everyone. Thank you to Rhine Companies for helping fuel the 2025 Independence Cup. The third annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Gust Rosenfeld. With over a century of legal excellence in Arizona, Gust Rosenfeld draws upon their long-standing experience in a variety of practice areas for clients ranging from Fortune 100 companies to public entities, private-held companies, and individuals. Gust Rosenfeld is honored to have a firm partner serving on the Ability 360 Board of Directors, furthering their commitment to the mission. Thank you to Gust Rosenfeld for helping fuel the 2025 Independence Cup. The third annual Independence Cup would not be possible without the support of our presenting sponsor, Q90. Q90 provides accessible technology solutions to those with disabilities across the nation, assisting centers for independent living with documentation tools. Their user-friendly tracking and reporting helps to ensure that people, not paperwork, are the focus. Burnout and stress are less with a simple management system from Q90. Since 1993, Q90 has served over 240 centers for independent living across 56 states and territories and hopes to continue their work for decades to come. Ability 360 would like to thank Q90 for helping fuel our 2025 Independence Cup.
That is just a glimpse of Ability 360's wheelchair basketball team traveling to compete. It's an essential element to keeping competitive in this sport. Your donation today can help directly support Ability 360's teams and programs, allowing athletes to continue to play, travel, and compete in tournaments. Again, visit ability360.org/donate today. We have had a fantastic day of action so far today. The Rocket League Independence Cup for Ability 360 is rolling on, but it had to end at some point. The pool stage is coming to a close. And the last game that we're going to bring you live is fresh out of Pool 2. Two teams fighting over second place in this pool. It's Sisty Sassy versus Lyso, and I'm still here with Monkey Shines. This game should be an absolute barnstormer.
Absolutely. Save the best for last. The main event, if you will, a couple of 3-1 teams. And again, in these pool stages, I mean, you're absolutely slugging it out. I think this one going to be nothing short. Like you said, barn burner, bang alert, whatever you want to put out there. Very, very excited about this one. So it's been curious at times. We've seen wonderful folks go out there and give it their all, but this one, like you said, I think that there's an extra element of feistiness to it, a little bit of extra spice, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. We are, by the way, maybe just having a moment. So it looks like the teams are just having a conversation about where they want to play their servers. Currently, the server is located in South America, and we're not sure if that's where we want. So there will be a conversation to be had there. As Monkey Shines rightly said, these are 2, 3, and 1 teams, both currently second in this league. The top of this pool right now is Team RGM, 5-0 on the day, having themselves a day, that's for sure. They've only got one more game, and that will be against Overcommit towards the end. But they've pretty much locked in their appearance at tomorrow's Championship Sunday. Who will join them? They'll pretty much be deciding here between Sisty Sassy and Lyso. Whoever wins this game is basically going to be going through to tomorrow, pretty much guaranteed. Meanwhile, the other pools, just to update you on Pool 1, they are playing their last few games now. Two teams at the very top, Todd Fan Club and Team NM. That game is happening right now as Todd Fan Club and Solo are just reporting their game as well. So we should be able to have a better picture of Pool 1 very shortly. I've just clicked the wrong button, so it's going to take me a minute to come back to you, but we go down to Pool 3 instead, taking a look. One team currently unbeaten, and that, of course, is Overlooked. The picked up Sam team are 5-0. Team Squid, second with 4-1. They're getting into their last games as well. When we have news about what's happening there, we will bring it to you. And finally, in the Pool 4, it's $100 who we saw in the very first game of the day. They have continued their unbeaten run, 4-0. Two teams next to them, Ghent and Acid Paradox, both 3-1 on the day. They are coming into their final games as well. So Monkey Shines, we are winding down pool play. We are starting to get a better picture of who our top 8 teams will be. These two teams that are taken to the field in just a moment, they definitely are going to be battling for those spots. Who have you been most impressed with today if you were to pick someone?
Good question. I mean, of course, we talk about the Todd fan. I think that comes to mind immediately. $100. You mentioned that. I think we have to. I would say we look at Team NM, but I think more specifically we look at William. But again, I'm curious to see if that continues on where it is William and the other two fine individuals, or if they have a little bit more of a team mentality, because I feel that is something that they have to have. I said a little bit earlier during their match, they're going to have to be able to settle in as a team, because these are other fantastic teams. Like Todd Fan Club, you cannot have just one person going out there trying to clip, no matter how beautiful it may be. I mean, if you're going to get some fantastic TikTok shorts out of it, hey, that's fantastic. But if you want to actually get the dub, if you want to head towards the prize pool, you got to do far more than that. So curious to see if William maybe set up with other opportunities for his teammates. Or that's another thing, to be fair, right? You have two other individuals out there. They don't have the focus on them. And then if they are able to convert, if they are able to prove themselves a threat, then William able to cut back in and do his thing. So excited to see if that's going to be the case, or if it is going to be live or die by William. regardless, I got to say, the team as a whole, I'm excited to see them as a team. But right now, it has been all William. But yeah, of course, genuinely curious to see, again, with Todd Fan Club, where they end up. $100, look fantastic. So there's a lot of tremendous teams already. Coming to this one, I want to say, though, as well, I want to stop for a moment. I want to pause. Battle of 3-1 teams. We're going to see it here momentarily. Acid Paradox being able to rebound so very well. We came in here and it was a struggle and a half for them. We've seen some one-sided affairs. They were one. They were the very first one. But if they are able to rebound like this, if you're able to win 3 straight, I mean, that speaks to their ability as well.
It sure does. And I've actually just received a little message from production that we are going to change up the matchup just for your viewing pleasure. The other 2 teams are, let's see, struggling to see eye to eye on their server requirement. One team wants to play SAM, one team wants to play US. There's a whole thing. But what we are going to bring you instead, rather than the battle of the 3-1 teams, we're going to bring you the battle of the undefeated teams. Todd Fan Club versus Team NM, which I think actually is a pretty good trade deal. And I see Monkey Shine's getting excited about it. He wanted to see this game, and we're going to get it.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we talked about the potential for Team NM to go out there and possibly look like an actual team versus just William. Can they do it? Will they do it? How about we just find out? Is that okay with y'all out there? Is this okay with you right now? I think it's a good idea to just find out what they're capable of. And if they're able to get this dub, my goodness, not only a huge dub to remain undefeated, but a huge dub over some big names out there, over a team that is playing exceptionally well. They're going out there, and not necessarily naming the score, but you did never feel that they were threatened by any stretch of the imagination. I am excited to see what happens out there. And by the way, want to see the team effort, obviously. It's team for a reason. But if William is able to go out there and do what he did previously on these folks, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I already doffed the cap. I will have to stand up. You will not see the rest of me, but I have to give a standing ovation because he will have just absolutely done amazing, like beyond peak, like over the peak, going back down the mountain at that point.
Yeah, deservedly as well. We are just waiting for Todd Fan Club to report their second game against Solo. Once that does happen, we will have this game for you all, and I'm very, very excited to bring it to you. Obviously, these kinds of tournaments, they do take a minute. We are dealing with so many teams, of course, 32 teams total, although 31 teams, I think, total. We did have someone unfortunately drop out last minute, so trying to keep everyone happy, trying to keep everyone moderated, and all that kind of stuff is taking a moment. So we will bring this game to you as soon as we possibly can, but that is the last I heard of it. And then, I mean, Monkey Shines, we got a bit of time here. I understand that this won't be the last cast that you're doing today. You've got your own community going on. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on once we shut this stream down.
Absolutely. So, hey, this is a great cause. This is a great event. A lot of wonderful people involved. One thing that I try to do is remove even more toxicity from the game of Rocket League. There's trouble with DDoSers right now. There's trouble. You go out there at random lobbies. People are saying some awful stuff and honestly just not really helping the experience. However, I try to do the exact opposite of that. And that is why I have Wholesome League. We have a custom made bot. Not only is it great just being able to handle business in terms of making teams, but also mixed MMR. It doesn't matter if you're a bronze. It doesn't matter if you're a top 100. It doesn't matter if you're a retired pro. We have had all of those in our lobbies. And by the way, toxicity gets you banned. We are there to enjoy. We are there to make friends. It's like, Reno, when you say, I can't handle ranked. I can't handle the toxicity here, there, and everywhere. I just wish some of my friends were on. I just wish, me and the boys could vibe maybe a little bit. That is what we look to provide each and every Tuesday and Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. CEST. Obviously, today going to be a little bit different because of this fine event. I had to be here. I had to be at the event. I had to be here with my guy, Rhino. But yeah, Wholesome League, folks, if you want to come, if you just want to vibe, if you want to play some Rocket League in a situation where, again, everybody can come, all ranks, all shapes, all sizes. We're just there to vibe. Have a look at the Wholesome League Experience engine. It is fantastic. Love to see each and every one of you out there. You are all welcome. If you want to just come to vibe, by all means, Twitch TV/Monkey Shines TV. And hey, by the way, not only am I going to be doing a little bit of that today, not only that, your boy is also going to do what he must do on the weekend. He is going to put on the shirt and tie. And I honestly, me personally, Rhino, I want to make sure that everybody, they have that RLC as shine. I've been very, very fortunate to cast a number of open qualifiers. The level of production that you see during those open qualifiers, that is a level of production that you will get out there on the Wholesome League pitch. So you go out there, you see anybody out there, and I have had some of the best names in NA on that stream, you will get the same production as Squishy Muffins, as AJ, out of all these marvelous people. So hey, if you've ever watched RLCS and you say, man, that must be fantastic, that must be awesome, I wish I could be casted like that, you can. Again, 2 p.m. Eastern, and on 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. CEST on my channel. Give me a follow. You will get that notification. And not only that, you do have to be in our server to be part of the bot, but it's a great community, a lot of wonderful people. So even if we're not live, you can find other people to play with as well. Marvelous people across the board.
Now, a lot of people often ask me, is Monkey Shines a real person or is he AI generated? And most of the time, I say he's a real person. Most of the time, I say, yeah, I'm pretty confident that that man exists. Like that. We're just getting straight into the game, but yeah, this is exactly what he does. So make sure you check it out, Monkey Shines TV on Twitch. Meanwhile, right here on the Ability 360 Twitch, we have got the big game. We are here to find out who is going to take top spot in Pool 1. Todd Fan Club versus Team NM. Get started.
Absolutely. We talked about the potential for a banger alert from what we expect. There is no potential. This one, ladies and gentlemen, easily the main event. Easily some of the heaviest of hitters. And my goodness, battle of undefeateds. Ain't no way to finish the day but this. So we look at this as well. I gotta ask you here. Obviously, we talked about William, right? Who do you think can step up for Team NM? Well, Kazi stepping up for Todd Fan Club. Who needs to step up for Team NM? I guess I will ask.
I think this is the thing, right? I think this is the individual versus the team right here, and that's no disrespect to anybody on Team NM. It's just the way that William's been playing so far today. But I'm seeing Camster, Kazi, and Gear, who all are very capable in their own right, and that makes me a little bit nervous for Team NM, because Kazi's already scored. You know he's not going to be the only one to score for the Todd Fan Club. There's no way. Moves around the left-hand side. He's looking to get this one off the backboard. Nice pass middle. Is there someone to finish the job? Oh, there almost was. But it will be cleared away by William, and now Team NM can counter-attack. Backboard found. All cleared by the Todd Fan Club.
So Todd Fan Club already able to get on the board, looking to ladle on. We saw Cam and Kazi both able to get a pair of hat tricks a little bit earlier on in the program. But right now, Todd Fan Club, that one redirected back, maybe a back pass indeed, pops skyward, looking to kick back for a shot, not going to be able to. So Team NM, they're trying to call their shot, but unfortunately going a little bit awry right now as Kazi, the delay back down, not going to be able to get the shot on. So Team NM, they have been back on defense a couple times, but need to find a way to be able to convert, especially off of those demos, and light coming out of the sky is William. But that's what I'm talking about right now. Cannot be the only one to get out there, because Todd Fan Club, I mean, it's just something that they will work as a team, even if you've got Kazi. And even, you know what? There you go. Even if you got Kazi, even if you got Cam. But ultimately, William able to cut up says, I can't do it by myself. Hold on a second, Mr. Caster. Let me show you that I am more than capable. And running for the bump there as well. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to see. And even if the other two, sir, even if they are just going to run interference, you know what? That is a team effort. It doesn't show up on the scoreboard. They don't get points for it, but they do get the dub.
Yeah, well, currently they are getting the draw as it stands with 3 minutes left on the clock. I did see in chat we had okay, big change of pace. Yeah, this is the nature of open qualifiers. This is the nature of anyone can sign up at any time. And Todd Fan Club trying to make this one work, trying to get that goal back. I think I saw someone that was AFK on the TFC, if I am going to be giving them by their acronym. They were AFK towards that Team NM goal. Same time, you got to be there. You got to buy a ticket if you want to win the lottery. Down the left-hand side, ball into the middle. Should be an empty net, should be a finish, will be Kazi double.
So 2:20 left to go in this one. Todd Fan Club able to score first. Team NM, of course, getting on the board courtesy of William. I know we've seen that time and time again. I've said it time and time again, but a response there, able to knot things up, was William. Curious to see if we continue on with the bumpage with the demos. That one off the kick, maybe able to follow, looking for the shot on, but no, the patience of Todd Fan Club in their rotations, in their defense. Backflip is there, but the nudge along the goal line, and no panic once again. However, that was spiked back down, but no, able to get possession one more time. Todd Fan Club, they've been right there. The opportunities have been there momentarily, but Team NM Rhino not able to convert, and they are going to have to be on each and every one of them because they will be few and far between.
They sure will. 1 minute 50 remaining, and really do feel that change of pace. It's so much quicker from both of these teams. That's a shot opportunity at the back post. Camster will convert after, I believe, the pass from Kazi. It certainly was. Those two working together so brilliantly. The initial save was good. They couldn't keep out the second shot, and Todd Fan Club, they extend to a 2-goal lead.
And the placement where even if somebody was there to possibly be able to try to get the shot, it's either I'm going to score or you're going to pop it off the lip of the goal back into your own net. So Team NM have one on the board right now. We have seen that many players step up, as in singular, should not use the plural, as now taken away, maybe pop back Todd Fan Club, looking for one more. Somebody back there in net, that pop back, looking for a shot on, and Kazi, got to be able to get it. 5 shots, 3 goals. Also a pair of saves and an assist. And Todd Fan Club juking, jibing, vibing, and right now, $1.20 left to go, Rhino. Looking very comfortable, are they?
He didn't say it. He didn't say it. Folks, tip him if you've got him. The hat trick coming through from Kazi and Todd Fan Club. It started very even. This game started very close, but it has started to move in favor of Todd Fan Club after they've started to get that offense rolling. Team NM's defense has not been able to stand up to it right now. Camster moving down the right-hand side with a serious bit of pace. Gear looking for the pass across. Looking for the musty flick pass back to a teammate, which you don't see that very often, Monkey Shines, and unfortunately, I get the feeling there's a reason for it. They're going for the team pinch as well. They're in free play mode right now.
And power of friendship pinch, always great if you can possibly get it. But right, you say you're in a situation like this and you're trying to go for musty passes. You're trying to go for power of friendship pinches. Maybe a little bit of DIY demo goals if you're trying to get brownie points with your boy. But ultimately, Cam kicks this back. Scrambling now is Team NM. But this is what I was talking about, Rhino. You have an individual out there and William playing exceptionally well, but it is a team game. You cannot have an individual in a situation like this against a team of this caliber, and you are seeing why. So 18 seconds left to go in this one. Maybe going to be able to get one on the board. No, pop back there, and not going to be able to follow up is Team NM. So Todd Fan Club, again, there is no point in which they stop. It is just constant fluid motion. William has possession for the moment. However, it gets snuck away, takes it, sends it to the opposite position. And indeed, Todd Fan Club 4-1. So, hey, William had his moment, but it needs to be a game of their moment if Team NM wants to be able to get a dub.
Yeah, we promised you entertainment in the final game of the day, and boy, did we deliver. Todd Fan Club able to take down Team NM in this first game, but that is not the full story. A best of 3 is not decided in the first game. Game number 2 just around the corner. Monkey Shines, Team NM, they didn't show us as much as they did in the first game that we saw on stream. What do you think they need to do to get back against Todd Fan Club and push it close in game 2?
It's a challenge because I can see the other two players playing back, playing defense, but the problem is that removes so many opportunities. You know, we saw the attempts for a bump goal, for a demo goal there. I'd like to see more of that. Now, again, you have to honor the opposition, but you're at a point, look, you can't, take these opportunities with you. You have to absolutely throw your Hail Marys, throw the kitchen sink, strip the copper wiring out of the walls, and do what you must against a team of this caliber. So I want to see everybody get involved, even if they're going to have to commit to the point where they know, hey, if we don't get this, we're absolutely cooked back there. Because right now, Todd Fan Club, they're showing you, if you don't bring that up, we are more than happy to take your one-person shot, because they did time and time and time again. And yes, William did get that goal. Hey, great. Get some nice clippage. We're fine with that. We will happily take the dub from you. We will see if Team NM can adjust.
Certainly will. As we get underway in game number 2, and it's going to be an early opportunity for Gear. He gets a demo as well. It's the better of Flopper. Ball now tries to come into the middle. Gonna be cleared away down that right-hand side. Gear will collect again off the backboard, looking for the double. Going to try and take the boost as well, but doesn't get either. Now this is going to be collected out of the corner. Back in from Gear, into the middle, trying to follow through his own pass. Taking that away from a teammate, and someone had to call Gear off there, and no one did. That communication Might cause some problems later in the tournament. Still 0-0 for the moment.
You know, we talk about, you know, Gear. Gear was able to get a little bit in there. We saw, of course, Kazi, we saw, of course, Cam previously. But, you know, Gear has been handling business back there. You know, we talk about what, you know, a confident third, a solid third can do, can afford Todd Fan Club. And thus far, I mean, Todd Fan Club not able to get on the board just yet. However, Kazi sent this one sky high. Just about a minute into this one, still seeing goose eggs. However, that will redirect it back down. Not going to be able to sneak it past Gear, however, indeed. I'm more about sitting back. I can do far more than that. We got to see one from him a little bit earlier on and gets one there and just unfortunately dimes it up right in front of net. That an absolute cardinal sin.
Yeah, unfortunately. Hey, it happens though. It does happen. And Todd Fan Club, they take the lead just as they did in game number 1. Team NM did fight back. They did get the second goal, but that might not happen this time. The angle, he got the protractor out, did Kazi in the corner. And this is a wonderful double touch. Beautiful work, and Todd Fan Club double their lead.
Look, I'm not great at math. You know that. Everybody else out there probably knows it, but I know me some geometry. Marvelous angle indeed. Absolutely beautiful. So right now, Team NM, not to say they're scrambling by a stretch of the imagination, but they do need to win 2 to be able to grab this series. So again, looking to engage other folks besides William. As now Cancer out across some bumpage out there in the air. So why not indeed? I mean, at this point, the enthusiasm that Todd Fan Club has brought to the pitch, it has been absolutely top tier, absolutely S tier, whatever you want to call it. It has been absolutely immaculate, and denial after denial have they provided as well. So I like the feistiness, I like the demos, but not the team that you're looking for if it is NM. And again, they are just Rhino. They are just sending it from one end of the pitch to the other, a coast-to-coaster, courtesy of Cam from the ceiling. What a pitch!
It's a great pinch, but if we're being completely honest, Monkey Shines, it should be dealt with. Team NM in prime position to make that play. It bounced before it went in. You've got to be hitting that ball as it hits the deck. Otherwise, there's always a chance. And Todd Fan Club going to be thankful that they didn't, because gives them a goal. The clearance now from Todd Fan Club. I mean, they're starting to feel themselves in this series. They are very much in the driver's seat, in the ascendancy gear, moving from left to right, trying to get the better of his man. The ball will be cleared. There's an opportunity on. Is it back in time from Kamster? It certainly is. Who now tries to take that ball back down the other end. He's only got 1 goal so far this game. He's going to try and change that with a pogo. Goodness gracious me. He does miss. But wow, that was Todd Fan Club really trying to bring the mechs through.
And I'll wrap things back around. Cam, an aficionado of the 1v1 scene, just constantly out there in Frost tournaments and in other tournaments. His name, a common one out there. So, again, you find him in those 1v1 scenarios. Last place that you want him to be if you are a Team NM. And again, Rhino, this is what I was talking about, just not able to find a team effort. It has been scrambled. It has been disorganized. And ultimately, that's what Todd Fan Club more than happy to handle in terms of, I mean, lack of anything for the opposite side. You know, this is what I was saying. By all means, give us your one person. And oh my goodness, just Todd Fan Club right now. You said free play mode. I mean, I think that might be even putting it mildly. Team NM not even able to get on the board once thus far. Trying to follow, but no one said it is the send away. So again, right now, it's kind of like online free play mode, and it is Camster. 5 shots, 2 goals, an assist, a save, a Swiss Army knife situation. We're talking 4-0 Team NM in a rough spot.
When Kamster goes through one-on-one, you just expect a goal. At that point, you're just like, well, go next. Get that ball in the middle of the field, and we kick off again, because he's so good in those situations, and he proves it once again. Good steal there from William. Going to get that clearance away, but it's a catch coming through from Todd Fan Club. They're able to try and get this one back into the middle. The clearance away isn't good enough. Coming through is Kamster looking for his hat trick. I'll let my co-commentator give his catchphrase for that one. 5-0.
Thank you, sir. Tip him if you got him. That is the hat trick for Kamster. 5-0, buck 15 left, and you got to wonder at this point, my guy, what do they have in store? Because I know they got some short form content of their own.
Yeah, they certainly do. But we are We are at this junction. Monkey Shines. We are at this junction where there's 1:04 left. It's 5-0 to Todd Fan Club. I'm not sure we're going to get much further than this. A few more goals maybe for Todd Fan Club, but it does very much feel like this game is pretty much done and dusted. Flopper wants to prove me wrong, and Camster wants to prove me wrong as well with that miss. Goodness gracious, flies on by. Cast the curse. It was alive and well. It is alive and well. 5-1.
So 44 seconds left to go in this one. And here is the biggest of dubs for Team NM. They might not be able to get the win here, but someone aside from William able to get on the scoreboard. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, they might not be able to take the series, might not be able to take the dub, but at least they've shown, hey, somebody else can make something happen. And that one, oh, so critical moving forward for them. So, again, I will say, all due respect, to the team overall, William, fantastic day. Got to give him his flowers. But Todd Fan Club just coming into these games built different. And there you go, as if on cue. William gets the nudge, making it 5-2. So it will not be a shutout. It will not be anything of the sort. 19 seconds left to go. Todd Fan Club looking to be able to get the sweep here yet again.
Yeah, 5-2. And, hey, as you say, 20 seconds remaining. If there's a kickoff goal to be found, there isn't. Okay, pack it up. GG's. William will try and come through again. Trying to do some fancy footwork. Doesn't break the line here, making sure to make that save. And with 9 seconds left, 3 goals is impossible. I think there was a 3-man passing play attempted there. I'm not 100% sure. They will get one for the road. Flopper makes it not look as bad. Goal scored on 0 seconds. 5-3 will be the final score. But, I mean, that is Todd Fan Club walking through pool day without a single blemish. Not just not losing a series. They didn't lose a single game, Monkey Shines. And that's an impressive day one.
Not even walking, skipping through day number 1 with no regard for anybody in their way, and understandably so. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, like I say, silver linings. It was a team effort out there. Finally, for Team NM. Things might have been sealed away, no real threat per se, but they were ultimately able to step up and do what I mentioned. Like, I know what the heck I'm talking about. But Todd Fan Club showing why they are such a threat in this tournament. Though I gotta tell you right now, I've had so much fun casting all of these teams today. Great to be able to see these fine folks out there for this fantastic event.
Absolutely. We said that was going to be our final game of the day, though, and that is going to wrap it up. So a couple of thank yous to make. Firstly, thank you very much to Monkey Shines for coming along and lending his voice to our wonderful casting booth. He'll be back tomorrow for Championship Sunday. Big thank you to our producer as well, Dan, in the background. I mean, the work he's doing for this event is absolutely insane. He's producing it, he's moderating it, he's tournament organizing it. He's doing so much work behind the scenes. Let me hear a "We love Dan" in the chat because he's doing fantastic work. A couple of also thank yous, of course. Thank you to Q90 for being the presenting sponsor of the 3rd Annual Independence Cup. And of course, thank you to our sponsors, Bank of America, Guild Mortgage, Gus Rosenfeld, and Ryan Companies as well. We unfortunately can't tell you exactly who's getting through to tomorrow's top 8, but what we can tell you is someone tomorrow is going to win $750. Which team will come out on top of the Independence Cup? You'll have to join us tomorrow to find out. 10 a.m. Arizona time, 12 midday essentially, if you are on the East Coast, and if you're looking for BST, that is 6 p.m. BST, 7 p.m. CEST. But until then, we have been the Independence Cup. We'll see you for Championship Sunday tomorrow. Take care. We'll see all of you there.
The 3rd Annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Guild Mortgage. Guild Mortgage is dedicated to making homeownership a reality through personalized service and fostering strong, inclusive communities where everyone can thrive and achieve their dreams. Their commitment to community impact ensures that every individual has the opportunity to build a secure and fulfilling future. Ability 360 would like to thank Guild Mortgage for helping fuel the 2025 Independence Cup. For over 40 years, Ability 360 has provided a vast array of programs and services to support the independence of people with disabilities under our 3 key pillars: advocacy, independence, and equality. As a nonprofit organization and the state's largest center for independent living, we offer group and one-on-one services that focus on ability versus disability. Ability 360 aims to provide opportunities for people of all ages with all types of disabilities. Some of our programs include information referral, peer support, non-medical based home care services, sports and fitness programs, home modifications, and employment services. To learn more about our services and how you can support our mission, please visit our website at ability360.org. The third annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Gust Rosenfeld. With over a century of legal excellence in Arizona, Gust Rosenfeld draws upon their long-standing experience in a variety of practice areas for clients ranging from Fortune 100 companies to public entities, private held companies, and individuals. Gust Rosenfeld is honored to have a firm partner serving on the Ability 360 Board of Directors, furthering their commitment to the mission. Thank you to Gust Rosenfeld for helping fuel the 2025 Independence Cup. Ability 360 is Arizona's largest center for independent living. For over 40 years, we have been providing programs and services that promote the independence of people with disabilities. From non-medically based home care services to home modifications, peer mentors, and our vast array of sports and fitness programs, our focus is to ensure a full circle of support. Visit ability360.org today to learn more about our services and opportunities to get involved with our mission. The third annual Independence Cup presented by Q90 is made possible with support from Rhine Companies. Founded in 1938, Rhine Companies builds spaces where people thrive. Their support for Ability 360 reflects their commitment to inclusive communities, empowering individuals of all abilities to live independently and engage in life fully, building a future that's more accessible, equitable, and welcoming for everyone. Thank you to Rhine Companies for helping fuel the 2025 Independence Cup.